Hello, everyone. This is Matt Kilgo with the law offices of Matthew W. Kilgo and GeorgiaGunLawyers.com. And I wanted to come to you and talk to you for just a few minutes about the season. It's almost Halloween. And as we prepare for Halloween, there's some things that we need to keep in mind. Obviously, with the global COVID-19 pandemic still ongoing, many places aren't even celebrating or allowing trick-or-treating. And your community may be doing that. They may not be doing that. Here in Georgia, things are still full speed ahead. There's no blanket prohibition on celebrating the Halloween season. So let's talk for a few minutes if you and your family or you yourself intend on celebrating Halloween, some of the things you can do and maybe some of the things you shouldn't do to protect yourself. Let's say you start out at home and you're the only one at home. You're the one that's stuck at home, the dad, the mom, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, handing out candy. What if the ghouls want to give you tricks instead of treats? How do you protect yourself in your home? Now recall, Georgia is a castle doctrine state. If you are the intended victim of unlawful force or even deadly force inside your home, your motor vehicle, your place of business, these places are your castle, and under what is called the castle doctrine, you can protect yourself there even with the use of deadly force. Now in these castle doctrine circumstances, the law will justify your use of force or deadly force in your habitation, that's your home, car, place of business, based upon your reasonable belief that it was necessary either to defend your home or anyone in your habitation from physical violence, to prevent unlawful and forcible entry to your habitation, and to prevent felonies from being committed within your habitation. But what if the neighborhood ghouls and goblins are outside creating mischief, but they're not really entering your home? Now, this is a trespass, criminal trespass. And if a trespass has occurred on your property, rather than inside your home, remember you cannot use deadly force against a trespasser. There have been many cases in the courts of appeals here in Georgia that have said you cannot use deadly force on a trespasser. You may be legally justified in using force, escorting someone off your property if you find them trespassing, but only so long as the use of force is accompanied by a reasonable belief that that force was necessary to terminate that trespass. Now let's talk about carrying a firearm while you're trick-or-treating, costumes and carrying. If you're out in the holiday crowd, you may decide to carry either concealed or openly to protect your family and your friends as they trick-or-treat. Remember, a weapons carry license is required to carry publicly, meaning a handgun or a knife with a blade of 12 inches or longer. You do not need a weapons carry license for a long gun, which is a rifle or a shotgun, but you must be eligible by law to possess any firearm or any weapon that you carry, meaning no felony convictions, no misdemeanor crimes of domestic violence, no first offender probation, and you must be of legal age to possess it. Pepper spray, mace, asp batons can all be carried without a weapons carry license, but remember, those are deadly weapons here in Georgia, meaning that you must use them in a fashion that comports with the law, bodily injury, or to prevent the commission of what is called a forcible felony, murder, rape, armed robbery, aggravated assault. Being able to possess these weapons, however, does not mean that it's a good idea to carry them as part of a costume. Embrace the spirit of the holiday, but don't carry something that might put your liberty at risk, and never carry in a way that violates safety rules. Of course, if you're carrying for self-protection, carry in the way that you most normally carry, the way that's most comfortable for you. My point is don't make an actual weapon part of your holiday costume. If your goal is to protect yourself, there's really no reason that anyone should know that you're carrying that. Some folks believe that it's important to carry openly, and I understand that. From a practical perspective, however, that will only inflame everyone's very loose nerves right now. So I would say that you certainly can carry to protect yourself while you're trick-or-treating, while the family's trick-or-treating. My advice would be to carry concealed. Even though you can carry openly, I think carrying concealed, given the time and given the special circumstances of the holiday, would probably be the best option. You can carry while wearing a mask. Recall that in April, Governor Kemp suspended enforcement of the mask misdemeanor in Georgia. You can't normally wear a mask unless it's a holiday, which means you would have been able to wear one at Halloween anyway. But in April of 2020, Governor Kemp suspended enforcement of that misdemeanor crime so long as you were wearing a mask for medical reasons or to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So you can wear a mask, you can carry a firearm. Again, my advice, carry concealed. Now, follow social distancing guidelines. Some neighborhoods don't want you trick-or-treating. Some neighborhoods say, look, turn the lights on if you do, otherwise don't approach a house that doesn't have lights on. Follow those rules. Have a great time. If you have any questions, obviously follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. GeorgiaGunLawyers.com. My name is Matt Kilgo. Have a safe and happy Halloween. Thanks a lot.